Hi everyone, welcome to another Wedding Wednesday. I'm going to just jump right in here because I have somebody coming in like 15 minutes. So I'm going to hurry up and make this and post it. So today's question is it too soon to book my venue? So of course I'm not a wedding venue. However, I have um, had just a lot of experience with my brides and booking their venues, whether they booked them early, whether they booked them too late, things like that. So, my answer to your question is no, it's never too soon to book your wedding venue. That's actually one of the first things that you should do once you get engaged, because you just have to think about it. So, May is a really popular month for weddings. There are usually about 4 Saturdays, maybe 5 Saturdays in the month of May. So think about that in comparison to how many people want to get married within that year. And that's, goes for every month. So your venue is going to book up really, really fast, especially if it's a very popular venue. They are sometimes booked a year, 2 years out, depending on where you're going. Another thing that will help you if you book your venue first is if you start shopping for your wedding gown first and you have a venue in mind, but you didn't check the date first, and once you got around to it, that venue is not available for that date and you had to change your venue. So if you were getting married at a museum, um, take the Manners Museum for example. I'm just using um, local venues. So the Mariners Museum in Newport News, they have like an outdoors garden where you can get married at if you want to do something outside. Say, they're booked up. And now the only space that you like and is available for your date is in Williamsburg at the winery. Those are two totally different settings. So if you had more like a garden style wedding in mind versus the winery, where that's usually kind of, evening time, dimly lit, it's not necessarily gardeny per se at all, that kind of is going to change the theme of your wedding, or it may not, everything may not flow nicely as far as pictures and just visually with a garden style theme at a winery. So you want to pick your venue first. It is never too soon to book your venue. I know of some places and some brides that have actually had to book their venue 2 years in advance to get the exact date that they want. If you are not particular on the day, or your date is kind of flexible, if you're like, I just want to get married in the month of June, not necessarily a certain day, then you have a little wiggle room there. But if you're set on a date, if you have a date in mind, book it as soon as possible. So book your venue first, then your gown, because sometimes what we have in our mind and what actually happens is two different things. So just knowing your venue, knowing the time of day that your wedding is going to be, that's going to really help you when you're selecting your wedding gown, when you're selecting bridesmaids dresses, when you're picking out decor. So that's really going to set the tone for the entire process, is where it's going to be and what time of day. And then after that, you can do like your save the dates and fun stuff like that. You can go ahead and start putting out invitations based off of your venue. It really just kind of gets the ball rolling. Um, so I'm going to tag a couple of local venues and see if their answers match mine. All right, that's all, guys. See you next week.